The Son of God became man. 1a. The Son of God has a perfect right to be in heaven. He was always equal with the Father. It was right for him to remain with God forever. But if he had, no men would ever be with him. b. Unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alone, but if it dies, it bears much fruit. John 12:24. c. The Incarnation. We have seen that the Word in John 1 is the Son of God. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us, full of grace and truth. We have beheld his glory, glory as of the only Son from the Father. John 1:14. d. In the Old Testament, God gave many promises that someday a deliverer, a king, would come. e. When Adam and Eve were deceived by Satan, God had to judge them. But in Genesis 3:15 he promised that someone born through the woman would destroy Satan. The deliverer would be a man born to a human mother. f. God gave a special promise to Abraham, Genesis 22:18. The deliverer, who would bring blessing to all men, would be someone born through Abraham many years later. This promise was passed on to Isaac, Genesis 26:4, and to Jacob, Genesis 28:14. God promised Judah that the king would be born of his tribe, Genesis 49:10. g. Other promises told that the coming one would be a prophet like Moses, Deuteronomy 18:15, a priest like Melchizedek, Psalms 110:4, and a king, born through David, 2 Samuel 7:16.